What's happening, everybody? It's Adam Tereska here. You know what that vehicle means? We're at the AACA Auto Museum down here near Hershey, and we're gonna go check out, see what they have here today. I know they usually have a rotating display of vehicles, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what's here on my visit compared to what other people saw on their visits. It's time to go have some fun. It's time to have a shot. We're doing Mopar this month, and we have a multitude of Imperials. This is a 68 drop top. Absolutely beautiful car here. Here's a 74 vinyl top, hardtop car, two-door. We got that spinning around. Over here is a 1931. Chrysler product here. And look at that beautiful old school style gas pump. Is that sweet looking or what? Over here we have another Imperial here. This one's a 69. Look at the lines on this beautiful car. The sad part is, it's a shame people out there want to run these in demolition derbies. Horrible.
Tiny little things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here's another 37 Chrysler. This is a convertible. It's got the skirts on it, as you can see. And look inside the interior of this one. Look at that dashboard. Is that beautiful? Got a lot of beautiful cars. This is a 1940 Nash Ambassador. We got a beautiful white dashboard. You got the beautiful interior in this car. Definitely be a nice little cruiser for a party of four. 1954 Nash. Such cool little cars. Love the accessories they put in there to match it up. Spare outside of the trunk. Decorated up the trunk in this one. We've even got a sticker on this one here. Greensburg, Pennsylvania, this car was purchased. I'll hold that there for you so you guys can read that all. $22,2470. 1946 is what that car would cost you. Another shot of the interior with the fold down seats. Try to talk over the music as much as I can. This car is a 1946 Nash Ambassador. Beautiful.
Using a disclaimer that you do not have rights to this music.
No, I do not have rights to this music. This is just being played inside the museum. This is not my recordings.
Does that not cover it though?
That should.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm under 1,000 subscribers, so I don't get paid for my videos anyway.
Yeah, good,
I've got nothing to lose.
good one.
Some more Nash memorabilia here that they came out with over the years.
What are these for?
What? Suicide doors.
Okay, that's what it is. You and that is strange.
Yeah. Suicide doors, for those who don't know, those are the back doors that open up, or even on some cars, the front doors, they open up opposite of normal. And if people fell out or standing on the running boards and fell off the car, it usually meant they commit suicide. That was usually a suicide act, intentionally or not. And this is
These are the ones that flip up.
going, yeah. Or Lambo doors. Here's all right up here on Charles William Nash, the one who created the Nash. Bring it back a little bit so you can see the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, down on,
And more memorabilia, some emblems and stuff like that. The old Nash gas and oil cans and polishes. So cool.
Debbie, they brought their kitty cat with them camping too.
Well, these were specials. There's a special camper
What? Yeah, it's named after them in their honor. We go that way.
Not my favorite thing.
Here they have another beautiful old-time gas pump.
More conventional cars, now known as Airstream, which outsold the airflow to the gas design. In an attempt to boost airflow sales, Chrysler even produced a short film to highlight the safety of the new body.
There's a little video they're doing about a car they drove off of basically drove off an embankment. It rolled over forward and then turned around and he drove it away. This is a huge museum. It's like 3 floors, and it's absolutely incredible the stuff they came up with. Old belt-driven drill press here. Got a lathe. And over here we have a 1911 Buick. Black and gold. Double-decker windshield, convertible top. This has that gas tank. This is definitely a 2-seater. And this old style jack is underneath it. The old style air compressor.
this is way forward. Still bills to not weigh that metal 2 parts over the machine shop. Still
This is a Benton Harbor motor carriage from 1895. Basically, they took their carriage and they put an engine on it. And that's how you steered it. And these controls here are how you operated it. Top speed at 23 miles per hour. A lot faster than a horse. There's a travel case they would have with this. An advertisement on it, or a news article rather, excuse me, news article. Then we move over here to the 1934 Chrysler. Looking at the paint on this car, I'm willing to bet this is probably original or it's a very, very old respray. But the deterioration on it definitely shows originality. Or what some people like to call patina. Although it does look like it could have had body work done to it, now that I'm looking at it a little closer. This is yes, it is. It has had body work done to it. So this car is an older restoration. This is a Stearns night engine cutaway. And it shows a lot of the internal componentry. And it's a 6-cylinder engine, 3.5-inch bore, stroke 5 inches. Let me hold this up here so you can see all the dimensions on it. And then we have this 1940 Chrysler that's over here. This car was 17 inches longer than the previous models of the time. Again, you can see with the door handles, this is a suicide rear door setup. When people open the doors up and they're holding onto the door, standing on the running boards, something happens and they fall off, which most likely, injuries would be unaliving, hence the suicide door name. You look inside the car there, the windows are up so you can't really get as good a view of the dash and stuff like that. But again, this car is beautifully done. And that's what this beauty looks like from the front. And over here we have a 51 Chrysler. .331 cubic inch, 180 horsepower engine. It is a Hemi. This is one of the first Hemis. The first Hemis being a 331 cubic inch engine. And this window is open so you can see inside the interior of the car. And beautiful tan interior on a black paint exterior, and this is what the back of the car looked like. And here's some more exhibit display cases here showing some race cars, midgets. Some trophies. Williams Grove Raceway, Speedway. Altoona Speedway. 1939. Very, very cool. Different time frames and where the lights were started off with these cars. From the olden age up to current.
I got sidetracked.
7-inch steel beam. Those are the kind of lights I use on my Thunderbird. It was 7-inch steel beams. My Thunderbird's a 79. And then we have this bus here, model bus. That's very cool. That'd be neat to have in the collection. And these are assembly experiences. You can actually build a car out of wood. I'm not going to do that in here because I don't have a tripod with me, but you can actually go to the pieces and put a car together with the stuff that they have here. That's pretty neat. Even has the steps. Still on the main level of the museum. You don't see these cars around anymore. 81 Imperial. Last driver I know of who ran this body style was a Dodge man for the longest time. He drove the 67 car in Winston Cup. His name escapes me at the moment, but he drove a Cup car like that, this body style. I wouldn't be ashamed of driving something like this. I mean, I'm a Ford man, but driving a car like this, because I like the oddball cars, I would drive one of those no problem. Sad part is, I know as soon as I see the name, I'm going to remember who it was who drove Dodges right up until 1985 in the Cup Series before he moved over to Ford products. 1897 Aldrich is this car right here with the fascia of a covered bridge. Again, basically they just put steering, pedals, and controls into a horse carriage and made it a car. Here we have some memorabilia here. Sand Beach Bridge, covered bridge destroyed by fire September 3rd, 1966. And there's another picture of it. I guess they rebuilt it and it's still together. There's a picture of the bridge on fire. Interesting. Very interesting. And continue with the Chrysler theme, we have an all original, it looks like, or older restoration 38 Chrysler. By the looks of it and by the looks of the paint, I'm going to say this is probably original, probably unrestored. All opened up for us with a blue interior with tan door panel cards on a black car. and it still fits the image really nicely. It's still a nice looking package. Something somebody could still drive, and as a driver myself, I would drive the hell out of this thing with no problem whatsoever. And here we have another 70s Imperial, or late 60s Imperial. Again, one of those cars that, for whatever reason, people want to run in demolition derbies and destroy them. Here's a beautiful, it's a 71 in fact. Why would you want to destroy something like this when you can preserve it and enjoy it? 1970. This is almost $8,000 for this car. This car was pretty well loaded up. Utilizing the 69 production models, they only built 11,469 of them. They may have built more or less of these in 71. And we have this gorgeous black beauty right here. Open driver's top. Wide whites, the smoothie hubcaps. 37. What a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Like I said, as a Ford man, I can appreciate these things. This is a museum you got to come down monthly because they always change the displays. Like I said, May is Mopar month. And here's the 1960 Imperial Limousine. This is a 1960 Imperial, in fact. Without, oh, you get there. You get a look at the interior in that car there. They aren't going to miss you in that car, that's for sure. There's another open driver compartment beauty right here. Spare tire right there on the front fender. The wide whites. Just some interior shots of this one here while we're what the back seat looks like. Your high society riding in that ride. 1931 Chrysler. And over here we have some beautifully displayed models. As a car model builder, my stuff doesn't hold a candle to these vehicles. These people did some really nice work on these. You got the die cast up on the top shelf. Then we move to this little 62 Imperial drop top. Old parking meter. Back to the 62 Imperial drop top. I can't get close enough to show you some close-up interior shots. Let me see if I can zoom in. That is about the best I can do for you on that. You can see the beautiful interior, almost like a maroon interior. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get my phone back to normal. Oh, okay, we can get close to this car now over here. Get you some interior shots. I wish they had the side windows open on this side. Give you an idea at least what the interior looks like.
Speeding was such a problem, actor James Dean was asked to film a promotional spot.
Take it easy, drive. Might save, might be mine.
Guaranteed red ball service.
On a California road.
Firestone
While the
signs.
death rate soared, one accident in 1951 would
Poster.
inspire a safety idea so revolutionary that it took almost 30 years to show up in an automobile.
Different tires.
John Hendrick,
More signage.
a rock that landed in a ditch.
Early tire machine.
I guess simultaneously with the incident, they were both extended an aid. The keeper down there from in the day.
Amazing where some of these signs were found. Some of them were in barns, some of them were laying in the ground.
On the way home, Hendrick thought
There's the
there
back
should
of
be
that
a way to
62
stop people from
Imperial
hitting
drop
their
top.
windshield in a collision.
Gorgeous. And these fuel pumps.
Well, why not have
I love these old fuel pumps.
Then I thought, no, that wouldn't work. So I thought, you need something better than that.
He thought of a cushion.
And this would turn around and hold your oil. If somebody needed a quart of oil, they'd open this up, pull out a quart of oil, pop it open, put the nozzle in the can, and put it in there and fill your oil.
It has to be inflated by something. Then that's when I thought it went in the Navy.
White Atlantic White Flash.
Almost a decade earlier, Hendrick worked in a Navy torpedo maintenance shop.
Coca-Cola soda machine.
He was carried in charge of highly compressed air.
Gas station office. Love that diorama. The old cash register. Tobacco for making cigarettes. Credit card machine and receipt machine. Restroom keys. Or your oil cans. All kinds of different chemicals they have for the cars. There's that. Oh, here you go. Here's the funnel, for cans of the old days versus the bottles of the new. And this is what an Atlantic service station operator would be wearing: coveralls with a white shirt and a black tie underneath and a hat. And the old-time fire extinguisher. More of the old oil cans. Easy Terms, Goodrich, tires and batteries. Pictures of old race cars. Another old parking meter. Authorized dealer agency. 1950 Chrysler. What a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Here's the sign on it. And that's for this specific model year car. Paint still shines like new. The owner even heaps plastic on the seat to protect the upholstery. You got the visor on it. Firestone wide white walls. There's the front end of it. Beautiful. You want to have a lot of time to come down here to this museum because they've got a lot of stuff to show you. They do. They have all kinds of good stuff in here. And again, they change, like every month, they change the layout. So you never know what they're going to have from one minute to the next. Mopar for May, it might be, it could be Ford, Chevy for June, it could be Jaguar for June, it could be any one of a number of different items. Like this, and here we have a 1937 Packard 120 engine. Beautiful. We got vintage tools here. And we have a Chevy Chevelle section. Like this 1970 SS 454 Chevelle. Basically a race car on wheels from Chevrolet. Chrysler and Ford also did their versions of race cars with license plates. This beauty is one of them. We have the USA 1 Chevelle. I think this is a 66 or a 67. '66 is what that one is, the USA 1 car. And we have this beauty right here, 70 Chevelle convertible. SS. This is a 396 model. Red with a white vinyl top, red interior, or not vinyl top, excuse me, convertible top. Sorry for my fingers getting in the way. And we got some collectibles here of different Chevelles. That's a bucket list item for me in the future is Route 66.
Had something like that. There was something like that.
Nice. I believe this is a Tucker.
I don't know what it was, but it was.
Yes, this is a Tucker, number 1001. The first of the 50 production Tucker 48s.
Similar to this style.
Let me show you this first. This is the first one 50 produced. This is one of the first one of 50. Gorgeous red paint. This is what the back looks like. I'm against the wall, so I can't get any closer. Seats. Amazing. And here's for the movie Tucker with Jeff Bridges in it. Here's the board on this particular Tucker, number 1026. I'm going to say this is probably the 26th of the 50 cars built. I love the color on it. Pretty much same interiors in the red one that we just looked at. But it's definitely a beautiful car nevertheless. And this one's opened up so you can actually see the rear engine mounted in here. So we got a light here so you can see that Tucker engine. Almost like a predecessor to the Corvair with its setup. Not so much a Volkswagen, but a Corvair setup. Although this car supposedly was much safer than the Corvair was. And here's the number of parts for the Tucker. And on the other side of this display case, we have a mock-up. And various paperwork in regards to the Tucker. Sorry about the shadows. I'm doing the best I can with the lighting, but this is the way they have the cases set up versus where the lighting is. And here's a this is a Tucker. This is 1018. May or may not be restorable with the frame rust. Anything's possible. But the fate of 1018. So this one was wrecked in 1953 after hitting a tree, apparently, at high speed. The car actually got torn in half. Now, I don't know if they're going to restore the car or if they're just going to leave it as a dismantled display like they have it right now. With that frame rust, I can't blame them if they don't restore the car. Here's a 47 Preston Tucker. I'll let you read that. And we'll come over here. And this appears to be more of the parts from possibly 1018. And it looks like some of these parts are restored, or these are NOS replacements that they managed to locate. One of the two, I'm not sure which. Oh, these might be prototype pieces that Preston Tucker created, and they survived all these years. And over here, it looks like they have more NOS parts. New old stock, original equipment and manufacturer, OEM. Still boxed up. Understandable. Definitely would leave them boxed up myself as well if I was displaying them. And here is a, you can turn this wheel and you can rotate the engine with the Tucker. That whistling sound you hear, that is the compression building up inside of the engine. There's blueprints of the Tucker. There's a model of some sort of Tucker. Some other little memorabilia. Bearings, main caps. Engine blueprints, it looks like. So that helps. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Again, this is all for the Tucker. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but they do have the Tucker design and patent documents here. As I said, I'm not going to go through them. But there's a prototype, the original prototype Tucker, which is a pre-production unit, of course. Here's the front clip of a blue Tucker. Oh, you can actually, the lights go on this? Yes, they do. There's actually the lights turned on this thing and everything else. You can pretend you're driving a Tucker. You can observe how the center headlight turns when you turn the wheel. Let's have a look. Okay, you can see the lights turning to the right. It goes to the right, goes to the left, and there's center. And this is a fiberglass replica of a Tucker front clip, but it's they did a nice job on it. And over here we have a Tucker that's opened up. With the door open, gives you an idea. This was the Tucker movie car, number 003. And then over here, trial and error with suspensions. Give me a minute to read that up. This is an experimental chassis, apparently. And here's a front suspension with steering components, your A-arms, spindles, drum brakes. This is actually upside down for better viewing, and this suspension came out of number 1046. And this is a 46 Tucker test chassis. Apparently this is a turnkey chassis that they used for testing in 46 before they came out with the Tucker. Very, very interesting. There's just so much to see here. Early prototype engine, Franklin, cast aluminum, 335 cubic inches, 166 horse, 372 foot-pounds of torque. The engine weighed 320 pounds with a bare block. This engine was the next prototype engine. It was also a Franklin, aluminum material, 335 cubes, 6-cylinder. That probably took a considerable amount of weight out of the back of the car from the cast iron variation. Then we have this Tankermatic R12 automatic transmission with Tucker engine. This is another Franklin cast aluminum engine, 335 cubic inches, 166 horsepower. This is from car 1042, which was destroyed. And that's the transmission that was in it. I'm going to say it's probably basically a Power Glide equivalent. But car 1046 was destroyed and they salvaged the engine and transmission out of it. Or 142, excuse me, not 146. 1042. Air-cooled engine, helicopter engine. In the conversion, the engine was changed over to water-cooled from air-cooled. Car number 29 was Preston Tucker's car. And this one was salvaged from car 1018. That was the engine sound. That came out of car number 29, which was the personal car of Preston Tucker. I think it's great that they turned around and salvaged as many of these engines as they could have. This is the last prototype for the Tucker engine right here. Basically the same, 335 cubic inches, 166 horse, 372 foot-pounds of torque. Bare block was 320 pounds. And there's some Tucker body panels up there on the wall with a nice Tucker exhibition that they have here. And we're looking at this gorgeous, gorgeous red two-door right here. This would be a 31 Chrysler. Oh my goodness. I swear to God, this thing's about as long as my dad's pickup truck and my pop-up camper combined. This thing is huge. Look at the luggage rack on that thing. I'll tell you right now, if you couldn't be proud to drive something like this, regardless of your preference of manufacturer, there's something wrong. Convertible top. Oh, I can see this going down the interstate with the top down. Nice, warm, sunny day. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. And we talked about suicide doors. They were on the front of the cars as well as the back. This would open up from this way and come out that way. And this car is absolutely gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. Look at that beautiful interior. As I said, I'm a Ford man, but I appreciate all of them, especially the older units. New cars nowadays, they don't have any style. These cars here, like this 64 Imperial right here, this convertible right here. You know this is a Chrysler Imperial. You know what it is. You cannot deny this car. This car was purchased in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, where I live currently. This is a 76,000 mile original example. It was purchased several years ago from a Wilkes-Barre labor union leader who used it on Sunday drives and family outings. The car lived in southern New York originally. Okay. Look at this beautiful car. This thing is straight as an arrow. Perfect. Look at that interior. Come on, you could sleep in this thing. The service diorama with service station. Shady Motors. Makes you want to question that one. Again, my bucket list item is to go from Chicago to Los Angeles on Route 66. Won't be able to do it this year, but maybe someday I will be able to get to do that. My goal is to do that at some point in time. And I'll probably do it in my Thunderbird. Here's the land yacht for you. This one's a 1959 Imperial. Get a look at that beautiful front end. God, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous car. Try to get out of the light as best I can for you. We'll still let you guys see this. 413 in it. Beautiful car. Swivel seats, how about that, huh? The ultimate in luxury from the Mopar line. The more I see these old cars, the more I'm glad I'm not into the new ones. Coming down to this beautiful Imperial convertible right here. Beautiful interior in it. This car is a 58 Imperial. Beautiful front end on it, beautiful interior, beautiful car altogether. We like Ike. Abington, Pennsylvania. '55 Imperial, four-door sedan. This is a 331 car, 250 horsepower, 331 Hemi. A forward look coming out in the 50s. Last inspected in May of 2008. This car has been in the museums. The most recent part of its life for about 18 years, it looks like. I really appreciate the idea of these people leaving the windows open so you can at least see inside the cars and see the interiors and appreciate everything about them. This beautiful, looks like a buckskin for this one here. It's a 55 Imperial Custom Series Newport hardtop. Gorgeous. Yeah, I own a 2020 Ford Fusion as my daily driver, but I'll tell you what, I'd swap for this thing any day of the week, twice on Sunday. The world deserves better than boring cars, and these cars are definitely what should be on the road nowadays instead of what we have now. God, I love the old iron. We got a 3-pack of 68 here in the green. Last inspected is September of 11. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous in its green paint. Can't get any closer, unfortunately. And here we have a 67. And again, I have to ask, why do people want to destroy these things in demolition derbies? They seek after these cars just to take them out on the derby track and destroy them. They're absolutely beautiful. Why would you want to destroy something like this? Here's a 64. And we can get around to the side of this car. This is what you should do with these cars, not wreck them, not smash them up. Drive-in speakers. Awesome. Let me slip under here real quick. Get to see the back of these cars. Yeah, I'll say it right now. Anyone who decides they want to destroy something like this is an idiot. You can't call yourself a car fan when you want to destroy beauty like this. Go smash up a Nissan Sentra or a Toyota Camry or something. Don't smash up something like this.
Almost 19 feet long.
And how can you have an old-time museum like this without a beautiful jukebox? Yeah, we got some more memorabilia up here. More driving speakers. Some more beautifully prepared models. You got the white and blue and red car here. That's a Merc, I believe it is. There's an Edsel. There's a Studebaker and a 59 Impala.
In which I've stashed a scrapbook for the car, which has all this information, build sheet,
The old
history,
48 to 50 ice cream truck.
It's so big, I think
Cadillac.
you could probably get half a dozen people in here.
The Wienermobile.
Jokes that his Imperial Crown Coupe is rented out on Airbnb on the weekends.
And here's a ride-em Wienermobile here. You can put a little kid in there and they can ride around.
So you can do some work while you're driving or after you park. Or maybe you could have a snack.
All right. Well, this is going to complete the first floor of the museum tour. I'm going to do separate videos on the bottom floor and the top floor. And this way I can spread this out a little bit and not have the video be too long, because we're already pushing an hour right now. So we're going to film the other two floors and we'll get back to you soon. Talk to you. I'm going to learn how to do this one of these years. Talk to you soon. Have a great one, everybody.